Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenim, and this is my first YouTube video. I'm afraid doing this video because it's kind of nerve-wracking, and it's something that I've wanted to do for a really long time, but I haven't had the courage to do it, and I've always felt fear and trepidation around doing this, and I have kind of wondered if I could do a different format of video, a different niche. What should I do? Where do I start? What equipments do I need? What do I say? And how do I give kind of like the information I do have, or the experience? How do I share my experiences with people, which is what I want to do. I have always shared my experiences through writing. So I am a poet. I've written 4 books, and I started writing when I was 14 years old, and I have been writing ever since then. I am a very shy person, so doing this is a lot for me, but it's something I've wanted to do. And even recently I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a silent vlog where I would never show my face, and I don't know, anything to just not be in front of the camera really. But now, being in front of the camera, I just want to do it, in spite of the fear, the nervousness, and all of that. So this being my first YouTube video, it's gonna be all over the place. There won't be much editing because I'm not really experienced in that just yet. But this is a situation where I just said, just do it. However it comes out, just do it, and then improve, on your skills as time goes by. But just do it, just put it out there and see what happens, and that's exactly what I'm doing in this video. And since this is my first YouTube video, you probably don't know me or anything about me, so I've talked a little about myself. There's so much more I do want to share on this channel. A lot about my experiences, my life, my writing, my career, things about, I don't know, something that could help someone, I guess. And I'm looking to share about writing for those who want to go into writing but don't know where to begin. I'm gonna share about weight loss. So I have lost 100 pounds. It sounds like a lot. Yes, it's a lot. So I'm gonna talk a lot about that. I'll talk some more about it in this video and in more videos to come if it's something you like to see. And just let me know in the comments what kind of videos you would like me to make. So the things right now I am kind of looking to make, it's content about writing, about poetry, about living in Portland. I live in Portland, Oregon. About life in my late 30s, things I've learned from life, and whatever it is, and also any content about how I lost weight. If that is something you think you would be interested in, please let me know in the comment section. Yeah, and also about books. So I do want to maybe review books or talk about the books I'm reading. So I am currently reading this book called Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. Yeah, it's such a good book. I'm halfway through the book. So this is my bookmark in Magic Card. I don't know if anyone plays Magic the Gathering. yeah, so I use this as my bookmark. I'm currently on chapter 20, and yeah. So I'm kind of like halfway through the book. It's hilarious. It's kind of sad, but so far it's a really good book that I'm loving. And so yeah, if that's something you want to hear about, books I'm reading, book recommendations, things like that, I would be happy to make videos about that. I Yeah, so if you want to know more about the books I've written, what my writing process is like, whatever, I am looking to make more videos, and but I don't know in what direction, so I guess it's kind of like up in the air right now. So I think I want to go a little more into my weight loss in this video. So I I have always been overweight, obese actually, but not like, it started since I was a teenager. So when I was younger, like before high school, even in high school, I was kind of skinny and I didn't really have weight issues. But when I turned 17, I started putting on weight, and it didn't stop at all. Even till my late 30s, I just kept on putting more weight and more weight on. And then the in 2020, I noticed my weight was having an adverse effect on my health. I was already like in my mid 30s, and it was like a wake up call. I couldn't walk without, like, for longer than 5 minutes. I was having sleep apnea. Just normal living was really like difficult for me, and I ordered a scale on Amazon and I weighed myself, and in October 2021 I was weighing 75 pounds, 375 pounds, and that sounded like a lot, and it felt like a lot. It was a lot of weight for me, and I am 5'7", just for context, and I didn't like how I felt. My body didn't feel good. Nothing felt right, and even though I'd been overweight and obese for most of my life, I was still kind of like, I could move around, I could enjoy life and do things. But now it was like things, I'd put on so much weight between like 2020 and 2021, in addition to the weight I already had, which was a lot before. But yeah, it just took it kind of like to another level. And then I was like, okay, I have to try to lose weight. And this was kind of like the first time ever that I tried to lose weight actively. Like other times, I just tried like gimmicks, like just weight loss pills, laxative, starving, just weird things, because I wasn't educated in how to lose weight. I didn't know much information. I knew my weight was a problem all these years, and that affected my life in major ways that I'll talk about in future videos, but I didn't know how to change it. And in 2021, it was a time for me to make a change. So I had to find out what I could do to make that change. So I Googled how to lose weight. What do I do? Where do I start? I went on YouTube and I said how to lose weight. That was all I entered. And I saw like keto videos pop up. I saw intermittent fasting videos. I saw a ton of videos on YouTube talking about how to lose weight. And so when I saw like walking 10K steps daily, but when I saw the intermittent fasting video, that was the first thing that kind of like caught my attention the most as something that I could possibly do, because I grew up as a Christian and fasting was kind of part of my life back then as a kid, a teenager, and even in college sometimes. Um, you would just fast, till 12 p.m. or till 6 p.m. And so it was something I knew how to do. And I felt, oh, okay, I think I could do this, and then I just chose to do two things. I chose to do intermittent fasting and I chose to walk every day. So starting from October 2021, I started intermittent fasting, and starting from November 2021, I started walking. It was so difficult for me because I hadn't walked a lot. I worked from home and I lived in a studio apartment, so there wasn't a lot of walking going on in my life. There wasn't a lot of activity. I didn't do any exercise at all. I didn't eat healthy, and the weight packed on pretty fast. And so when I just started making these small changes, the weight came off pretty quickly as well. So I started fasting so till 6 p.m. every day. So I was doing one meal a day, and I would break my fast at 6 p.m. and then I would eat like whatever I wanted. So, but I always made my meal most of the time. So I would make a meal in the evening, and that'll be my one meal a day. I'll eat it, and I'll be done eating by like 7 p.m. till the next day at 6 p.m. So I did this kind of consistently for months, and then I added walking 1 month later in November, and with that I started like 500 steps, and then 1K, and then before I knew it, I was at 2,500 steps a day, and I would celebrate it because at that point in time it was a lot for me, from not moving at all and my entire body like feeling like hell. So even taking a step was the biggest thing I could do for myself. And so I celebrated when I got to 2,500 steps a day. And before you know it, in within a month, I had gotten to being able to do 10,000 steps a day. And it would take me an hour, 40 minutes or more, close to 2 hours to get in 10,000 steps a day. And I said I was doing that. So on my lunch break at work, I would take that 1 hour break and go for a 1 hour walk, and then I'll come back. And I had like two 15 minutes break. I would do 10 minutes walk within those 15 minutes each. And that was kind of like how I got my steps in throughout the day. And I did that. And I wasn't really, I think, weighing myself constantly at that point because I didn't even, know what to do. I was just kind of winging it. And by March 2022, I had lost 60 pounds, and I was down from 375 pounds to 315 pounds, and that was massive for me. I was like, oh my god. So I was just beginning to feel better, and in my mind I was dedicated, I was disciplined, and I was headed in the right direction. But then I fell sick all of a sudden, and I had to have surgery. My gallbladder, I had issues. I had a cholecystectomy, I think it's called, and my gallbladder was removed, and that was kind of like a very traumatic experience for me, and it stopped my progress. And I struggled emotionally, I struggled physically, I struggled in a lot of ways. I felt alone, and I was alone. I felt very lonely. Like, going through that experience made me realize how lonely my life was, and how alone I was, and having no one. And I think that kind of it derailed my progress significantly. So I stopped doing the things that I was doing. I wasn't able to pick up like walking 10,000 steps every day. I tried, but I wasn't consistent anymore. I wasn't eating properly anymore, and I started losing the progress that I had made. And within the next year, I kept adding 30 pounds, losing 30 pounds. So I just kept staying within the 300-pound limit. So the lowest I would go to was 300 pounds. I wasn't able to break into the 200. And I just kept yo-yoing. And it's not fun, and it's kind of like mentally draining, actually. Because like I was dedicated to it. It wasn't like I was giving up. It was like I was still trying, but I was failing immensely. And long story short, in 2023, I did not lose any weight at all. So I just throughout the year kept yo-yoing. So I would lose 30 pounds, gain 30 pounds, lose 30 pounds. So I kept losing and gaining the same 30 pounds throughout the year. And at the end of the year, I weighed exactly what I weighed at the beginning of the year. And I cried. I was like, oh my God, all my efforts, nothing's coming of it. And I did not like that. I did not like that at all. It wasn't fun. If I wasn't making any effort and wasn't seeing any result, then I wouldn't feel bad. But I was putting in so much effort, but I failed to be consistent. So consistency was where I failed at. And I think to be able to achieve anything worthwhile or to become the person you want to be, it's not enough to do good things or take good steps. These are all good things, but if you're not consistent in a long time, consistent every day or almost every day, in doing it, you would not achieve your goal, and you would not like keep the progress you've made. You would lose some of the progress you've made. So I think one thing that's most important, not just in relation to weight loss, it relates to almost every other part of our life. Consistency is key. Consistency would give you like the results you want in your life, in your career, in your relationships. And so enter 2024. And this time I was like gung ho. I was like, I'm gonna lose this weight this year. I want to lose 100 pounds. I want to go down to like 200. I knew that was a big ask, but I just really wanted to do it. And I started. So I resumed walking, but the main thing I focused on was my diet. So I ate a lot of fruits. I ate a lot of vegetables in the form of salad, especially, and then so basically whole foods. I focused a lot on whole foods. I was eating a lot of whole foods, potatoes, rice, things closest to their natural form. And I saw a lot of weight loss. In January 2024, I lost 18 pounds. And then, so I was now down to the 200s. I was in like about 284, 285 by the end of January. And I kept going. And I did lose weight. It was a struggle. Oh my God. I think even more than physically, it was mentally tumultuous. It was turmoil. It was a mental torture. I think it was the way I was doing it. I still haven't figured out the right thing to do, but it was mental torture. It felt like I was in a torture chamber mentally. And I would lose the same amount of weight over and over again. But so far this year, I have lost 50 pounds, and that has brought me to a total of 100 pounds because I gained back 20 pounds. So I got down to 249. I started the year at 305 pounds, and the lowest I've seen this year was 249. But then, like I said, this yo-yoing thing that happens with me, I I gained back 20, and so from 249, currently I weighed myself yesterday and I weighed 271 pounds, and so that's 20 about 21 pounds from the lowest I've seen. So 271, my original start weight was 375, so I'm still down 100 pounds, but I have more than 100 pounds to go. At least 120 pounds to go, and oh my god, it's a lot, you know. And so when I gained back this 20 pounds, a lot of the things I had achieved for my,
I want you to try 6995.
Sorry about that. A lot of things I had achieved for my my weight loss, such as my sleep apnea stopping, you know, being able to walk and be physically active and not snoring and other things. There were a lot of benefits I achieved from losing this 100 pounds. But now that I was gaining back the weight, I've gained back currently 20 pounds because I'm 271 pounds today, and I lost them, you know. So I started snoring again. My sleep apnea started coming back, and walking in the grocery store because I becoming hard because I'd stopped walking, you know. And there was a point in time for about 10 days straight I walked about 15,000 steps a day, sometimes 20,000. But like I said, my trouble is consistency. I am not consistent, you know, with the things I do. So I will be consistent for a week, 2 weeks, and I will achieve great results, and then I will fall off for another 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and lose all the results I've gotten. And that has been my year. I have not loved this year. It's been very hard for me, and weight loss is a very lonely journey, you know. It's your struggle, it's your issues. You feel like you did this to yourself, and there's guilt and there's shame and there's worry that you'll never achieve this dream body or dream lifestyle that you want, and there's worry that your health will take a nosedive. Yeah, one of the benefits I achieved was I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic, you know. This was after I had lost 60 pounds in 2022. And then, you know, it's like I probably was already diabetic when I was 375, you know. But right now, I'm no longer pre-diabetic. I was able to reverse that, so because I went for multiple tests with my doctor, and she said that I was no longer pre-diabetic. So that was a major win for me. You know, my grandmother died of diabetes at the age of 61, you know, at the age of 60, and my mom is diabetic, and you know, I don't want to live my life like that. I want to live a very active life. I want to live a beautiful life, a full life. And it's not just the weight. The weight is kind of a symptom of more issues I could discuss in other videos, but it's had a negative impact on my life, and I'm trying to change that, but it's the most difficult thing I've probably done in my life, and I'm still doing it. And yeah, so my only strategy still is I'm no longer like doing the long fast because I feel like it's had a lot of maybe negative effect on me, which I'll go into in other videos later. But there's more positive than negative, I believe, and I'm not still like sure it's the fasting that has done that, you know. um, basically what I'm talking about is like kind of like my hunger and fullness hormones are not working properly, so I no longer feel full no matter how much I eat. I no longer like, I always feel hungry all the time, you know. So I think there are three hormones that they say are kind of like important when it comes to weight loss: insulin, ghrelin, leptin. There's more about those three. So ghrelin is the hunger hormone, leptin is the satiation hormone that kind of tells you you're full, stop eating, and then insulin is the fat storing hormone. And so I feel like I might have damaged my body in some ways. Of course, being insulin resistance contributes to that, and yeah, being insulin resistant contributes to that. But yeah, I struggle, you know, and yeah. And to make things worse, I also was diagnosed with having PCOS, so you can imagine how wonderful this journey has been. But yeah, that's kind of a summary of what I've done. Eating mostly whole foods, cutting out junk foods, cutting out soda. Yeah, I think in January why I saw 18 pounds loss was that I was drinking a lot of soda in December and the year before. And then come 2024, zero soda and like really minimal junk food. And I just dropped 18 pounds in January alone, you know. And but yeah, so those are kind of the things I did. Walking 10K. So even right now, I'm dressed like this because I am going for my walk. I'm gonna do my 10K walk. I might not do it all at once. I might separate it into 5K, 5K, or 3K, 3K, 4K. So yeah, I was about to go for my walk, but I was like, I just want to make this video and put it out there. I don't want to keep postponing, you know. And that's it. So walking, eating whole foods, intermittent fasting, those have been my three strategy to losing 100 pounds in 3 years. Yeah, that's it really. So I will talk more about writing, poetry, and more weight loss content. If it's something you would be interested in, please let me know in the comment section. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, any advice, not just for me, for the people watching this video, please leave them in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope to have the confidence and the ability to be consistent in creating videos and content that will be helpful to you, to others. And if you're on your journey, whatever journey that is, whatever stage you are, just know that you're not alone, and be kind to yourself. And it's a lifetime change, you know. Don't pressure yourself too much to achieve it all at once in 1 year or some deadline. Give yourself grace, be kind to yourself, and in the end, I hope that everything turns out well for everyone. And once again, thank you for watching my video. I hope to see you in my next video, and I hope you have a very beautiful new year. And thank you. Bye.